Shane Fleming here, welcome back to one of my videos. I might get a bit of grief for this one, especially the title, but it's a question that I want to ask because it's something that I've noticed with my stats, and I feel it's something that's a worthwhile question to ask. So, is property sexist, and are the algorithms of social media helping this? I'd love to hear from some female-led estate agents to see if they have a similar trend that I do within social media, or do they have completely different stats. Also, I'd love to hear from some male and female design-led influencers to see what their stats are like. So if you have anyone or you know anyone who might be interested in this kind of topic, I'd love you to share it with them, and hopefully they might be able to reach out and share some of their stats as well. So let me explain. The title of this video might get me into a little bit of trouble, but I'm not here to share any kind of belief I have. All I am here to do is to highlight something that I've noticed within my social media stats, and I think it's an important kind of thing to flag with people and see if they have a similar experience as I do. So I realised that there are many areas of the property industry that are very heavily male dominated, such as the construction side of things, but there are areas such as residential, agency, and also a lot of the design roles in property have a more even balance between male and female. So when I actually completed my degree in property economics back probably about 17 years ago, the class actually was made up of about 60% male and 40% female, even though actually when we were in class it felt like the females dominated that class, and it was more like it was 60% them and 40% us, because they took a far more active role within any kind of projects we were doing, and they took the lead on a lot of stuff. My first two bosses within my property career were both female, and I learned way more from them than I did in the rest of my career from any other boss that I had, and by far the best bosses I had were female. I know there is a drive to get more females involved in the property industry, and there's also a lot of female-led groups, which is great, and I think more females within the property industry definitely help us and strengthen us as an industry. So I'm all in favour of more females coming into the industry. So I don't want to get into the social norms or certain stereotypes that could influence or have an impact on a boy or girl's choice of career. All I really want to kind of do in this video is to actually highlight something that I've noticed within my own social media accounts, and I want to kind of flag it and see if anyone else has a similar experience. So I'm not going to be looking at my LinkedIn stats because generally speaking, I'd actually imagine it's quite clear that most of my contacts are more males than females, so that would just automatically skew any kind of research done on my LinkedIn. But what I am focusing on is my Instagram account. My Instagram feed and my Instagram account is slightly property based, but it's not totally property based, and it appeals to a wide range of followers. The majority of my Instagram followers are Dublin based. 66% of my followers range from the age of 25 to 44. And the male to female demographics play out as 60% male and 40% female. Not all that surprising. But what is surprising is when I actually look at the engagement rates on posts, stories, the DMs I get, and comments within my posts, that throws up some very surprising stats, which makes me wonder, do these stats illustrate the actual interest levels within property, or the interest levels within investing in property or commercial property, or am I just seeing something completely wrong because the algorithm has decided who is actually going to see these posts? So why I feel it's actually so dramatic is when I look at the stats on the engagement side of things, most of my posts or most of the engagement 80% of it is male and 20% is female. And in some cases that actually gets as high as 90% male and 10% female. Perhaps it's just skewed purely on the basis that I'm male and it has some sort of prejudice towards the fact that I'm male, but I realistically feel that my content should apply to both male and female. So I was very surprised when I saw that there was such a difference in engagement with the post, that nearly 90% in some posts were male. So this made me ask the question, are more males interested in property, or is it just the fact that it is the algorithm that is deciding more males should see this content? So I would love to hear from some female-led estate agents to see what their Instagram stats are like, and to see if there's such a difference between their engagement between male and female. Also, it would be really good to analyse what the difference is between male and female interior designers or design influencers, to see if they get such a major difference in terms of their engagement in terms of male and female. Just to see, is property just something that males are more interested in, or is this maybe just an algorithm kind of thing that is pushing my content more towards males rather than females? And I'd love to see some of the stats on some of the female estate agents as well as some of the female and male designers as well, and see what their stats are like. If you liked watching that video, I've got loads of other videos on YouTube as well, so make sure you subscribe and follow us on Instagram as well.